说满眼，那种秘密我诉诉，谁也被眼表错处，因着这束不足可你要个生命不明呀，在这眼的木头那眼的草是木头出生，我马路三个也有，我马路三个也有，哎呀三条线，我马虎不认全，我马路三个也有，我马路三个也有，哎呀三条线，我马虎不认全。I promise, to be faithful and loyal to God and love. I place myself to the service of the Lord with all my strength and with all my heart. I promise to hold in my esteem a heritage won for us through the blood and joy of our fathers. And I pledge myself in others to uphold and defend the holding of valor. So help me, Lord. I promise to hold in my esteem a heritage won for us through the blood and joy of our fathers. And I pledge myself in others to uphold and defend the holding of valor. So help me,
Enyumre Yamagana phone nyina kwa ba edebeni 100.9 mepacho ye fred dwumedie yi se torchlight ebenada ene ya wada bia ene yihia mu wa ha enyumre ye de kase bona bere wawie ne atena se ye baba be dwendwen ye ho ye baba dwendwen ye mangana ho mangana yi no ane ye man ayetim Omaya ye piano de akon kan na dachi ye de ba so yeso. Enam say ye ni oman bia obabia o. Eju oman we ya. Yamaya ye shomu ani. Eti adwendwen ya wosa na wa ni tua. Na ya manyo sem de ye beye. Say woche enana ye were less than 3 months. Na ye kone akwa akoto aba. Less than 3 months. Amount for filing, we are expecting 39 presidential candidates. 39 presidential candidates. 39 no, emu 22. One more year independent candidates. Emu 12. A year political parties. One more year show manim. Yam amia kuyadonko. And yeah no wakako file. Janet Nabela of PNC. Hey Debbie. Janet Nabila of Janet and also the party call you. Hey, we're free PNC Moai. I'm making a money code. On also I call file it. And I am Kuma. On also Sapo Kuma file it in the name of the CPP. And just a to say a man who do my quotenepa. A man. Wamudu makotene papa. Electoral Commission press conference. On say NDC for some of catcher or anomalies and discrepancies. Errors and answers said the Becano no maybe and ye away voter register the mono. Almost almost CSC. Almost CSC. And into a dear baby bonny be a womb. Or say, woman CSC or marriage over. Sana yi seka. Na na wɔn de si ababetu dwa no NDC for be convinced one be convinced ana say still 17th September or yechire chonchire demonstration because no ibenya NPP New Patriotic Party woman and also yeah papa na oye independent candidate na sabri woman and also no say ono be the parliamentary candidate in the name of NPP ye papa Mwakwesiama Amwakwesiama Andrews Amwakwesiama NPP National Executive Council NEC agyena tum se ombe ye MPP ni na onyina ewo ne mpesua so into ne wudru for mena parliamentary candidate Honorable Andrew Amwakwesiama the second deputy speaker of parliament MPP NEC agyena tum iteno so dia koso no yenya ne tie so se nipa 19 na one person wo call independent various constituencies sa 19 MPP yan ho de in the name of one free MPP mu one ye MPP fo bi a one susu se bibia ankoyie ene tie ka se one ma omadwen se one be call independent iti no so aba betodwa oko Facebook live ye di 100.9 FM need 100.9 FM and on your Facebook live YouTube channel near Despite Media and also a YouTube channel no Sarah also and I'm about for bebe fia ha na me no ka say de Kwesi Taylor Kwesi atenase na our group will be FM 50+1 sa 50+1 e de ya oba ba be chirechire mo say so the support e ko he Kwesi Taylor na minim say no ye MPP ni na say minim say waja MPP na ene I don't know it Kwesi Taylor wa Ivan Samoso bebe fia member of the NDC communication team me share them to say William Sango also a member of MPP woman national communication team Willie enso bebe fia asabri dia yeba bedin komo ye ne Kwesi Taylor eba bedin komo Kwesi majo
yenia
now to say
ade achinye na ade asen de
meto ka cho
sisi ano up and down na the correction of ideology no sometimes say okọ baby bebre na okohu how woni nkofo bekasa mo metinye masi
na ade active politics no da so
me who say politics no when you define it now say people often lie intelligent to invade countries. That is politics. People often lie intelligent to invade country.
Countries.
Yeah, countries.
Hey.
What I say?
No definition.
Yes. Because you shenyama ekoswa.
Yeah.
On say you deep politics e chira na ye Ghana atuho. Na political party biasu ni ho ni supporters edu 49. Political party bi eni ho. Ni supporters betumi akwa could do 50% or 50+1. So who supporters say 50+1, why are you campaigning? Because the constitution.
Then I can want to akra.
Yes, we want to. In terms who say who politics more most of the country ni access no. Those within the political grounds no up to executives na bibia no mani wo so but the 3% no executives intellectuals who doesn't belong to any party no almost no mo business yet your taxes almost no as discover mine mu but we don't care about them you omo sin na ye hwe abibia ye groom new faces nti country no boka egrum nkofo as a ministers and more musika de omu ko school ibi okwa na obeko school wo time wonya MP edino o school ni wi a the next party no baba so no no yi sankofo nyina then we start another So we look at the definition of revolution. So we are turning around. Since this Fourth Republic, we are voting around the knowledge of the world. Coup d'etat, you experience more or less, can you experience coup d'etat?
Yeah.
From a FIFA, a Champon, Lawrence Ukraine, and your dispensation, we can say Lawrence. Then we came back to revolting around ideas, blaming Garamse, Munam Kakaye, government in power. Now we blame opposition about the destruction of our rivers. That's why we are voting around. We can say. But the action,
we are not the blame number. We are not the blame number. So
yes. So when it came to the definition of revolution, about 3 sets of definitions, the last one, a correction of mind. Changing of mind is another way of revolution. You see, my friend said, no. Why say we could do over 20-something to 30 years? Wamanani, Yanya Brofa, Juma. Some of the Juma, my butcher, it will shock you. Coming back here, even sanitation. More dress now, Hong Kong for use in Yama de buy. But Omudin and one Mudia Siciano, let's say your rivers. The promises of one man, the oralities, a dozen. But Siciano, some of your so 50 plus 1, any intellectual revolution.
Intellectual revolution here, then?
Intellectual revolution say, 1. Ghana ni biara ni hwa o tu kwan kwa manano a omuti so e Ghana nya omu eja wejeje mu. We are very smart. Ye catching yama very easy. We compete with the international world. Why I say ye ba Ghana ha na nyama egu. But when you talk about the good governance and so good governance say obi a otie ideas, always innovations or the bani memu mankofo munya. We are not a communist country. Our social interventions no bebre. Can social interventions no also. You see, most of the time, when you come with those ideas now, Ghana say unless you go through political party and sana. But political parties now, abibiano, we show what you are. Kufo no ye kwani yenka. Kufo no ye kwani yenka. My mama ye egu ho. My kwami kuma ye asay. They say, where are we going? We are voting. We are going round the circle. The circle say, we are increasing our population. So the space now, they call round, So now most of the people that come call circle no round or feel easy, they say most of them are Kedi Bush. Because we are increasing in population. And the same diameter now, a circle now, you increase here, on one. So intellectually, I was handling a position. I was only a black animal. Hong Kong made him by about sanitation. Government promises he will make Accra the cleanest city. And I knew when the city is cleaner, it's car or the bar on my name. Because tourists bar on my name. They walk on the street.
Yeah. And
when the country is beautiful, it's not about the rooms. It's about how the structures and the street are being organized. Now, I wanted to go to Hong Kong. I wanted to go to Japan. It is any man no. Let's see a cohu. That's a sound of one now. Person yes had no. With development team because it seems like we are joking.
I'm best to break the cycle.
The cycle is education. You go around to tell people, I was in there. I saw how it was. Me who say Mbwa. It's Mino.
Say what to group?
50 plus 1.
50 plus 1.
Yeah, because the plus 1 or 50 plus 1 in the constitution, when you 50 plus 1, you are not a winner. Or say a run-off. The run-off was yesterday from 1992. About 2000. Any offense up to 2020. Political party be a newer or Lucia, and that's all run off onya even 49. What you say?
Yeah.
It's almost 14 voters now, yembu omono. Omuni decision makers. 14 voters need decision makers. So why are we ignoring them? Na yemmo omu consumer omunya the year France contribution omode more mama amanfo edidi ho no ye from mo in most of the intellectuals in so omofodo omo arms because the people that you selected as a ministers they don't speak that language. They don't speak the developmental language. They don't speak the language of the intellectuals, but they just put themselves in a position I hear ministers. So even whatever you tell us, we are using the ministerial destiny to rob it. But the word, Yankupon Krano, Obbe Wiasino, no, we are seeing here easy, sir. But he sat down and consulted the Holy Spirit. He said he waited upon the Holy Spirit. Inside the intina momo ya dear, nessa adene en ya, ya di bibia bemwa na ma bregu. Because musromo position. Musromo position.
Etina usawo kana sane ya tu aba no. Say the same.
Inti intellectuals na menyo mo kasa so okay sisi ayeti obi a manifesto.
Okay.
We
say yenya manifestos na hodo bebre.
Yes, we are not dealing with the oralities. Kasa di me bana me show space am so make more space. Because when we say wo sha dia the way we win no na ma hwe no me read no ma catch more space. But the space now made them more no what will be the returns? Every biala be freaking chinumu yet be investing. We have to get the returns because it's for the sovereign country, it's for the state. But they invest no return. Nyaya mi yakasipa ni shegalam say baby edafa.
Yeah.
Why can't we seize adena nyimpa no ohia oda in ejuma no? You take control over it so that you can control. Now, in sona eye hene japade it's a form of minerals. In sona eye japade no, muntumi control where we have the decentralization of governance. MCEs, MDDs and whatever. What are they doing? But we are paying them. In the intellectual level, as I was saying, the intellectual revolution, intellectual level, Hong Kong, omunim say, omundiana omudiano, it served them as an oxygen. Inti, almost say digital no, omo the chip abobo bondoni na even no street needs to can chip abobo ho. What the second bomb na amala mo forestry. Omo the helicopter babo says here, no ma babecho. But we no, nipa no omo ye no e wo community no mu. Omo sign back community mu ebedi omo ani etonsa enom. Na ye rivers say. Look at when you calculate the distance River Pra, free baby away galamsey, no cocobo pum, I would to say puna. It means that River Nankasano need the certain and whatever leaves or on his shoulders, and unka conya coupon boy, send the obe reduce Efina sana kubopumuno, ni natural say. Aya mesa netie could see the porous area. I first in Sutini Biano and here war. San here no civil whatever goes in there. Now also returning the actual insure Nakuponim say Nimpa Benumso no atnasi. Nakuponim say in mathematical form, unhunam diewe, ya wo no na hunam ne say. Ye tinwa eya but who near the body stretched by itself. I want to pain. So why can't we put things in order? Some portfolios, because in every areas of our life, we have uncertainties. We put some portfolios in place. Say, ye, my promise it. Say, me de me seat etuso. Accra will be the cleanest city. Where is he say? Me the helicopter be chomoha. Me the way be chomoha. At the end, So 50+1, I'm just speaking to the intellectuals. Means
now one intellectuals and kasa o ka chom so mo ye de.
Mayemba partisan and say ye krono. Mama obi emfa 2000 emfa mbeje so bakasa mami. Me your 2000 will not do me anything. Your 200,000 will not do me anything. But me gain external effect. The external effect is we will gated community. It is legal to mitigate him. But this year no free education. Into me banner or secondary school no. Obi free sagalam say area. A yerin be I then akano. Into a me banner show secondary school. onye be didi wo table ba koso saa yare na me dwane wo ho na ma to me gate mu no me ben bekwa kafa yare no no de aba me gated community no no de yare na besame in the wisdom of the white say yare bi si Africa no mo etu nkofo mo aba wo en pande mo de dra brain because this modern world 6 hours from here to UK about 18 hours from here Dubai Hong Kong what I say nti me share one in of global village me share ni say na ye kan wo ha no international world no omo buan say we are no closer to anything because me ben me catch on say we have much rivers our northern region rivers or more northern region hono onye we know a friend say the arable land no you can Ukraine for land na walk no from Cape Coast to Water region Water North land in the Ukraine for Russia mo kuno the Black Earth na north na oye plain land no rivers or hono about 18 as a southern your river 16 in the wisdom no create canals through the farming villages no cha rivers na bana for villages no for ho
now and serve as irrigation purposes
and serve as irrigation purpose so that each and every one because we to dam or every 50 kilometers you can create dams within every 50 kilometers but we make create canals more than 100 kilometers our best serve obia no so create canals so say you be Burkina Faso dam now because of the rivers now we're creating canals no the water will flow through all the canals on senko for farming what I say ni na wo ka okay don't worry we for her no way so why can I accumulate all this knowledge number wenim wonim bibia no we bet show hachem so I'm speaking to intellectuals.
Okay, so intellectuals, who are the specific target people? Why no man a your target? In Crawford Ben or common eyes. Who can intellectuals now?
Yes, in Crawford make common eyes or more and support any political party. Because
and a woman are describing some intellectuals.
Oh no, I'm not saying say intellectuals no. Only 50 plus 1.
50 plus 1.
Yes, but intellectuals are make no. Every person biana or ye offense say business person no. Or one for best 5 one nasi. What I say?
Yeah.
So when you get that person now, who one for 10 or 5. I don't between your markers. Because you say yes to taxes in why no no. It is about how our businesses are not working well. It is a winning says how how. Now when you agree your business. Yes, will be the catcher say may you say. Now what's here? The language in Panekano, you couldn't answer. Why do you throw your distance? Say media your woman and me MPP ninety. I cannot change. But you and what's happened now is here. Now because so Jack and Yezo. Because I'm easy. So you can't change your mind. Let's hold Ghana. Because it's here no say who will Juma Nkofo say 7 now who mokano. Sometimes with the one say we share profit never no on so we na would dream more. On no so be imagine sika. But we na we ye adwuma na adwuma no onkoye no. We dream more since say work na obegye sika. Workers mfa say be 30%. No mo dream adwuma for adwuma wura no. On say saman ye ne ye a adwuma wura o say a mo so meden. Inta bibia me salute offense despite media. The way omo offense omo ye adwuma no, they do it like amankasa omo adwuma. What I say? Inti se an ye jai the whole thing as a country. Me benefit here. We bought offense a national terminal. Or say the toll of our forefathers. But the toll of Kufokran will be an the toll of Mama will be an fahon. Always we revolt. We start a new thing. Why everybody wanted to create a name for his or herself? Okay,
Eti, I was making house say yani Kwesi Taylor. Kwesi Taylor year the convener the 50 plus 1. 50 plus 1 make a yekobia. I just say watch it politically or say other psyche floating voters and intellectuals. Eti now intellectuals want to aba. Floating voters want to aba. Itu katom so want to coin.
Yentie France manifestos no. By yetie no.
Manifestos and plan.
Yes. Yetie no. Yehu say Ghana ni I see say baby yeju no. The psychicing of our mind is very important. China 4 year in 1948. What share na nyama nkwaye no. They declare agorical correctness. No, this is so much. Adwene number sesane ibi ni me wo bua mi menyi nkofo eden ekasa yehu se no nti me wo MPP bibia en kobone mami but why say because me bisa me ho so okay why say me beji mani na obi ebebre obi ni po bre no say bibi kwachi wo abusuanu mu a wona wo phone ye befro nti in psychologically no wo sanso S7 kofo a omo de ahwe for omo ho be ye 100 ewe busuamu because sesia no mese Ghana aye no omo nyi France nkeka busuamu no obi a pese eyi aba we aba mawo me yere we all these things no say adwuma ho anase me ye ka no eye adwuma anase sika na ye invest ewo yen development mu no. So the return say bar. It is a duty of the government. It is not me. It's the government who has to look into all this. And yet me. What you say?
Kwasi say na opese Ghana for. Yen psyche ye ho fa.
Opinion Alan. Okay say changing of mind. On say ni manifesto say when me gina. Changing of mind. Because sir when the ataripa bodem ni excuse me to use my language bodem ni na se watete na atare na so why now cause psychiatric anko sane yare no come na atare foforo the next day obehu no wasan den watete the same atare no ansisa na adwen nti se yansesa ya adwen na bibia beba mi bia no it will look the same. Because foreign ministers obo mo kagana bo mo ka nyina no omo nyina agyenche sisi a new boys na ide aba ade no mu new boys nso answer on ma pick it up as a good administrators no na obey 4 years you obey 4 years nti identity na yenya independent ministers omo amankaso omo nsa so omo ano to me in
independent ministers.
Oh, you have much more people.
Just they don't belong to any political party.
Yes.
Sana Walker.
Sana Maker.
10 years we say nipa or you affiliated to a particular political party.
Yes. Or yeah, now just say we are obeja ujai or yeah the right thing because it didn't no shushe. It didn't no shushe. Because Chief Mag, she said sanitation, one of the paramount thing. Sometimes I come mokola let me soon. Because mokola me ankasa me de more desin ko kama ajesowa about how to control abobo ya omofa hembola. How we can control more trafficking. How we can control the offense we nankasa mokola because ukọ mokola ubonhu se omo ton ade wani mu ni nyina ti gota so gota na amafo eye bibia afam we call something positive ions nyimpa no unhua sa nyama na se echa esesa wadwen it moves everything the cerebral cortex no it moves it to the right side of the distant thinking. That's our right side of thinking. So, the right side of our mind, culture, asa, any unkeke. But the left side now, are very calculative. We say in the midina, hey, 2 years time, where will I be? And yejuma. But to be called Mokolano, or more mutu idea na etigota so. But you say we are governed. Ye yinko for muji ticket. E was sagota no so. In the misim wo Children's Hospital. Meba answer me do 2 do am talk make asibi no. E me did 3 hours. From Children's Hospital to Tudu. 3 hours. Nko for ton ade wo ekwan mu. na car na also for kwemu no nyimpa na also omunya pavement area enante no amon for to ade ho na nyimpa ne nam car kwemu. So you have to spend 3 hours. So the 3 hours, me must spend 3 hours. So count the cars omu traffic no mu omu nyina spend 3 hours and quantify a mile how you use in hours. I said the same thing. Say inyama ye wo man no, you do like individual. But anything that you do within this thing, I broach 24 hours no, or no asking Ghana 24 hours. Ibimba kahu. Into we a leader, a job of no, you have to quantify it. We calculate about 33 million population benefit on menyo asama wo kan ho. Into alliance changing of mind in another things are all kinds of geographical economy. Geographical economy no. Then ye benyan wo Volta region. Then ye benyan wo northern side of Ghana. Then ye benyan was western side of Ghana. Into sheda no ni alana omu can the modern economical distance. When you talk about ubetwa tax na no nkekawa, you are promoting the importation businesses. Ubika faba mama of flat rate. Why are you? The world is in a better form of business. Ma wu wono no say to me promote mankofo bebeto so that you can have your returns. But how that bibia unye sika na no dey akwa out akoto nyama if you out. Now bibia say wo tolo, you are increasing somebody's business. E wonu krom. Western region, dey na enya oho. Dey na ebetumi aye Western region and the whole West Africa on be here. He was saying that we use Northern region to feed all the West African countries. And it can be true. Because we share land there, Northern region, the whole kwa. Na siamu yebi bakita na mekoye. Uncle Mark, maybe drew main road, Afra road na mebano, na atumeni swa. Maybe someone say, do we have government or leaders in this country?
I don't know.
When we say kita river da omwechi say, ena yeka kita krono a eye edan a esoso road ni so saa omwechi ni nyina ye farming land. A river da ho na individuals no omo connect pipe bi e dey atoto no omo dey vegetables na no nkeka ho. Look at it. Land no da ho ma nsuo ni ye ma obankofo afie abe cover nkofo dan o.
Yeah.
But why can't we? It's a make us say Galamsey, just seize the river, create a canal to the Galam site. We do Galam site, then you cut the outlet, with your cotton working chamber. Baby, over to me a treating soon. When you treat it now, then you allow the water to go. Say you pokuno be Galamsey no, onim say or consume ye betchino be where. You can regulate. You know how many people can use this dam, mini dam, for their gala work in form of controlling the Galamsey, because I had no be. So hold the water, hold the river, create the canals to the about 100 meters or 200 meters out of the river. Then you redivert in Sona Amunebe Galamsey no to the river. But before you get there, you create a working chamber and treatment chamber. May activated carbon. All this when you put stones and activated carbon, sand, seas and yewo school, you have near a punsu. Ne yedi ahwene si wo ne yedi nsuo no yedi fa ahwene mu. Ohia uyi nsuo na salt nim. It's a form of filtrations. Epunsuno yedi ahwena nkasa yedi gu funamu yenu epunsuna yedi gu ahwenu mu no nsuo no fi ahwenu mu ba yembotwe no mu no na nchini nim. So we Who excavate we say we ni ba yan kwase na omo ye bi. So omo di so gu bucket ma omo je na fret na wo mu no. Onanka say esiti e bucket. Yes. So you create a chamber nsuo ni akwa ansa na wo be hya se wo treat no na nati na wo bradi na no esiti. Now we treated the top one because of the chemicals, through limestones, any activated carbon, any maybe na abefum. A firma, any water that comes out, it will be an alkaline. You go straight to the river. You don't divert the thing from the head of the river. We have all these technologies.
The working, not just the fight against Galamsey, the way I attacking on it is not proper. You're wrong, full approach. And your papa. As I will believe in the ideologies of Alan Jamate.
Yes, because.
Oh, sir.
Yeah, because this word, baby, I fear you it's about geographical economy. It boasts every country's economy. Geographical economy. It boasts every country's economy. But if we are bringing a manifesto and it doesn't talk about what you have, the product that you have, not just business now.
Again, I believe Alan Great Transformational Plan.
The Great Transformation Plan in Yama Okan, when you compare it to European civilization and the geography of European development. We say Japan for Omuyebi, China for Kofan Russia, way for India for Omukafa or Russia. Sanko for tuition, sa geographical economy no Mukafan or Russia no. Omunyina development there Bobo say omuho. Omu development there Bobo say omuho. Obi aso wako China de no beka cho. Say wo pet tars. Yo for say ikruwa wokoso a ubenya tax wo. Even in the market form no, aha na eton tax, ubekọ na tax nkwa na wo. Say wope rubber way and as a phones your market area your turn phones. Geographically into drew ha and yes sir after wo fi ha wokọ ha no abaha.
Na sana transformational plan no a GTP no expose one.
Yes. Say no okay. Because when he was talking about every region biano, no person yo. In a region no, you share the good governance and so on. It's about what the early people no omuye. Then we can broaden it as a foundation. Kwame Nkrumah bonsa omudia ties wo no or a bonsa ties wo ho. Aboso onam say omuwo mineral na say clay wo ho a obetum dia grass no or ya aboso grass factory. Kede in because omudia pineapple ho no fruit factory. So that the haulage will not bring any cost because raw materials holding and emma any product by the finished product no boy. Raw materials haulage and no every finished product by no boy. Now general woman future and metunam the aya then no boy also no boy. It is okay water region or most cases ni may use water region. My main case the reason I say a great transformation plan or a paramount in say yeba Ghana be ye search bi.
Yeah.
Katrika asomadina na Kumasi made no. You follow ya the from Burkina Faso, Mali, early time no business no amount for before Ghana ha. Mal omodeko. E could do Las Palmas. Las Palmas. Yes, Las Palmas. No, Las Palmas in Spain. Spanish Las Palmas.
Spanish, yeah, okay, yeah.
What I say?
Las Vegas.
Yes. Yeah. Las Palmas. Nan katrika ko wiye. Early time no, I let a seminar. Any Ghana for nyemo mu ye no, na Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, no omu use. So people were transporting a letter seminar waha at the coho. So our embassies Omo who said they no to capitalize on it. In the China who say Oba Ghana, obese, into government to support individuals more ba Africa, a baby dominated. Guinea. The reasons is many bro sir 50+1 about Ajorika correctness no. Guinea, yakoto Ghana for her. Let me so say dear Juma na moye. So yeba ha ye pese ye call you two kwan nyama e de nti wo no woni adwuma bia o say me mason. I'm so okay. Wo so I say ja me adwuma bia ba kun so mechanics. Na me call Ghana embassy at then that's 1989. Me call Ghana embassy ho. Say Ghana folk go have bebre then na also on small bia so mun two kwan. So it means like there is no collaboration in even the governance. Say we are embassy, how you sell Ghana and your flag and could say name amount for cover ball, no be him flag. No, you have to look into that country now. One, yeah, no mu here or mu tu kwan kafaba. Now what should we when we say Ghana for was hiding, then you collaborate with the business entity na mo hono. No more shall say. Psychologically, Ubu say, "Oh, brother, one so country, any in Yama." When that's how we talk about promoting Ghana. What share businesses are we for instance, or implement here, Alan implement here. Ni na nya ebremino. Say we implement na ye den, I then a yen for so until last hour na Pobeka said 2011. Or the need them na nani security so ombe be fan wa kitchen say no wa shisha obi dinade what I say obi dinade na che say nya alambe ye biala sabotage bebem but who sabotage alana you are sabotaging the country because the implementation yes because or implement in the name of the nation not by himself. But that's okay, so you know, I popular, Nkofo who say ya. No, so 2011, no one ba abemu. 2011. Inti Shetama offer plan a one ba abemu po. Sometimes I ask myself, so people didn't listen to all this. One ba abemu, but what for plan that? But Alan sooner or mu say you call run off, we a senior Jinako. So next time, that's why I was talking about the external effect. Next time, why no be jina ho aye side in the amani yanko? You are creating enmity within the circle of our top rankers. That's why I was talking about intellectual revolution. You will never be more and finding panajum of is normal, but nothing is normal in this world. The moment I find panajum, oh, mess will be a dream. But we have a universal knowledge. We have a universal knowledge.
Okay, Kwesi Taylor, convener 50+1. Ekui any didn't come on. It's now what church intellectuals on engage. Not just say woman will engage woman there. What Rom says, woman call baby dear, next one call the great transformational plan. That's what call Alan Martin Camp. Because on no who say na ideologies, a centralized a woman.
Yeah, on yes, I make us a monko. Yentinasi. That's how I have seen Alan's one. Na obisu be before. Intini na the bomwa. Why na awo some percentage se Ghana for a full wa eboboa. Obia ni manifesto na ebe no. It has a percentage. Or the beboa or mine. Inti show we 7%. We 3%. Obi there 25%. Until Obi Owo first 45%, then we can hold the 45% and assist the person to turn the country around because now the world is in competition. The world is in competition. It is a one compete with the world universal competition. Ghana need do baby omubuni say on you bia. Until who say wow citizens no na wo bo mo abro. Individually, you may say you okay. But you be do hono. omumbu hwena say South Africa kwai asem okan otumi gye ho de Ghana wa bra South Africa ni ohun Ghana ni ohun mi e wa abonten no minim na South Africa ni ye but in the South Africa ni John say we ka corruption na Ghana. We are disgracing the country.
NPP and this yamwa.
Oh, they are not governing a country. They are enjoying power.
Oh, now NPP more.
Well, yeah. And I make catch you say, oh, baby, what can you do to implement the good ideas that you have? In Ghana, no, a bayer says, only political party we implement TBB adding. What I say? Until we just went in. Send a good things now. Yeah, accumulate for a month for my son. You will treat the Ghana because the whole world, every invention piano, it's not for that person who invented it. It's for isolation as relation of human, and also for a human to have comfortability or to meet the 24 hours. Every invention. It's say. Ukita invention as obi say memma kwan umbe ya, then the person is against the benefit of human. Yes, because sanitation instead of mumbama abobo yano mubama no offense some code and as a color so on them ayawaso westa ofi ha ko ayawaso east bems abobo ya we okita we ofi ayawaso west no. That's why I was saying it in my sanitation models. That's 2019. Since 2019, I fought over this one. I made sure I said about front view, clean your front view. How can you tell me to clean my front view? It's front view beautification. And we know how you can put it in a way. Because within the walls, the outside walls of every property, a government property. We between the light police war, we between VBS war, meaning to Minkasa. If it's done within my walls. So why is your person number your juma? Na yan my juma, near you run near the good abonting. Ye you got him and here near the shoulders of the gutter in Swota because you were tropical area in Framabo in Soto. Ye you go and Soto watching in Egum. That's what I was talking about, sacred revolution. Ne ya sako pesika ne abebe yim odona me catch almost say odona to protect odona and hwenim bem no let the shoulders protect the shoulders what obedu green grass and also obe beautify shoulders because what the man for na say omo eye ba na no keka o shoulders na they will not allow anything to fall into the water but you come ghetto boys Peter now there was shoulders of Odona. Every year you spend money to clean this mess. Now the left side of Kolebu, the left side of Odona. Me kanyama ebeya yakuhu. The left side of Odona. Ye team that's a epuni bemwa. What benefit again a open Odona mawinya? Year of return. Lakeside of Odona. We see a punumu. Let's say a punubemwa. A bed didn't say Odona about Friday. It is a bemwa. What will be the beautiful destiny of it? Year of return. About from the bar. Nanka a slave ship na. Omode kweno. What but this slave ship no Odona lake no mo. Now but from between na yacht culture. Among fire and action on the way near the Kura Castle, that year of return. Then your boat in front to so. On free home, Cape Coast. Then shed the way a tourist from a bar, on bear enjoy our environment. All this. You have to do something to get your returns. You invest for tourism, you invest way. So, what are the returns? Our might be a shorty scale, we are Cobobusia. But we have those things.
I don't know.
Very common.
How's a what's Raman on the actual to a quite baby?
Yamiadum.
And I'll share. The Nimdia and pen for you couldn't name our man and you know the Babba.
I'm on a no, your share no. Abrofin, they are very smart. Abrofin are very smart because so who schooler. Me fan say young penny for one time no. Ne baby wo hokwa muntumi nko. From your campus to the school to and again it's, they will not allow you to know the knowledge engineering. They will not allow you. You can read and write. The school, the 4 purposes of the school. We go to school to know. We go to school to have togetherness, exchange of culture. And we go to school to do. And also to practice. Nyama yehu eni mayati. The 4 essence of this education. Inti una wa kono brofo any degree no obo na yode. Always over happiness, it brings a lot of mistakes. Or bamo bienso or a PhD. I don't know when it's in. But the actual thing now abrofo mo use you as a development no. Anyhow.
50 plus 1. Kwesi Taylor and the no aiding common. Kwesi now washa looking at the dynamics here were politically. Ghana for better my independent candidate be.
Sesiano oni binim kasa mintumi kanko for bebre answer. I won't say no, I didn't say yes the same. What I say? But how to change is the problem. Inti amenyon ka say okay, ya wo hire 4. Ye nyina ye ka say oh, nyimpa ye de mana onwini. So at the end yan 4 na ye nim say we have to change, Yan 3 yan decide say okay, the ba no. Ye de man so yes, ye de man so we have the 50 plus 1. But what I say? Ye nim say ye. But how to change has become a problem of the day. And nobody can just wake up and change. Unless you educate a person to know the good, the bad, and the ugly. Then you can take a decision. But the Hano, on them say, we always depend on social interventions. Taking decision is very difficult. But this is the situation. Obia threatening young hey. So our independent, you should second any giant. So if the second independent will come out, let's change our mind. And tell them that we are not that puppet that they saw it some 20 years ago. We change our mind. Say, yes, Shukana, what the system who say, so on one year the right thing, but between them independent candidates. So one year the right thing. Let's change revolutionary. Let's change our mind. We are in the 3rd era of revolution. Because the second, the 4th republic, you try your hosa. Obi also as a government. Nobody say me ba, may you say. But look at you just ask yourself, say, into Ghana for yente. Me ba. Now with 24 hours economy. 24 hours economy. If the production, nimpa consumption in Niho, won't quiet foreign connections are between consume your product, would you go necessary 4% million population into consumer, there will be a lot of waste. There will be a lot of waste because production but does once in consumption. So you first have to go and look for consumption so that most of the destiny will be produced. There will be a scarcity. And when the scarcity come out, they demand it more. You make more noise over there for people to be attracted by your product. Most of the time, me Okasa be used northern region, or they are serving the whole West African countries. I know all the West African. I can speak French. Yes, I can speak a little Arab and I can speak Spanish. What's that? Mauritania, mango mumba twinwo Mali, eliko Mauritania, ebe shoko. Ende ye ko Mauritania koto nam, e de abeye kitchen feed, ewo Ghana ha. Ye wo punibu ha o. Mauritania te mumba twa pumuno. I said a lot and I went round and make a lot of noise about it. Said Mauritania Spain omutu pum wo no shorter mo no di bofo aye adwuma no di bofo so wata mo mutu pum omuto a na no short for eden aye adwuma kroni nyina embom nkasa ya tupum
okay
so that you can still have them working in terms of them nyina ba no short wo beso economically nyemo mbeto for the crowded system and all whatever no short be gaining a lot. It's your mutum no short so no nyina ba no adibo. No adibo is about 41 minutes to Las Palmas. It's most of the Las Palmas for no munim so mo pel topos na di na ba ho. But this is the country the whole season ya two fishing area ma umpeni for mo flower no. Ehun de ya tupum. Nti eje tele watupum ba na me boka sesia. What I say, nti me kase yen chemu ebien efi Greater Accra de Copim Volta. Utumwa from Central to Western ye bie. Ono so almost omudi 1 month and 2 months. No wa betum the friend we no watum Greater Accra to Volta. For the season no we chemienu. Nti we mbetu akoye dwuma ha, we makoye dwuma ha. But this is the government or the ministers are omuntie bibia because they are not for themselves. Oh yeah, that's why I was talking about the intellectual revolution. And Kroma, you talk about sanitation. What are we doing about sanitation?
You feel it?
Yes. Talking about this environmental thing, Galamsey, you feel it. Me kokojo krom train station on my no. When Saturdays a month for year, I'm cutting ho. Yeah, because there's no train running. A month for year, train station on my scene for no. How busy Koyokom station was when we were kids. It is a why you're from Takradi to Kojokrom and answer why to Manswa. Start that running. No, you're effective. No, Kofunja Kala or Munam Tunum where you went because train, no, there's no traffic. The timing and everything, Ukwa share the same thing. Maybe I catch you within 30 minutes in Portugal, Jordan. Maybe your friend said, Tim Sachoy, the food train within 20 minutes, maybe by 10 minutes, no, Jordan. Until we catch you share Jordan within 10 minutes, I knew that I would be on time. I didn't know her. Mama also obey a friend say bus lane. What they are to bus lane now. What is the use of it?
That's it. They are lolo na yejuma.
So we are voting. That's what we're saying.
Okay.
That we are voting. We are voting. We are not bringing any results to the promises, the policies that we put in place. And every policy must have its implementation. The implementation, the end results, how it will help human beings facilitate beautification and protection.
Okay.
It is when government, because no matter for instance, within Brewa area, omutu natsebi edikoye task no obokolo Cote d'Ivoire kasi gina obebre omochuko ba Ghana din ye ba na $1 e dey atoso say dollar boy din utu na ti o me prot so edikoye task worker abaka chapter dollar boy din nti say na obaka cho say material so dey be task no $20 in dollars. Nti bibia ni ye won hakura no a dollar no ho embem a yenye ni easy anka malifo hu so uko Ghana na okoto tasa very cheap no muntu car meto tasa ha right the mono omo buy a port no more increase the length of their articulators and the size no more load in nyama anka articulator two be fa no na articulator ba ko fa no dem ye road no so no to nothing as the checkers no okosiwa dia no moka Okwa Central Region, baby, I check as no. Edeba main road no when you need to. Na me comedian kasa nti nyamu ye. So be dodgy potholes. No so hwe nem kwan. Ah ya catch a highway for na debe. The same thing applied during my time in Kwanta kwan no. I was called as a civil engineer. Look, I just told them straight. Say, Massa, abona mudi ye adwuma no. I can see iron ore over the surface of it, so it cannot absorb compression. And your limestones and your porous. And when you compact it now, able to make some. Oh, they say, I kwano. We have to accept new ideas. That's how Europe.
How are you engaging some intellectuals? What engage you? I'm saying.
Oh, it be near try here. Me bank of 4-5. Almost say we'll call NEAT FM. You bet you. What I say?
50 plus 1.
50 plus 1. Into your call. And the person on another radio station. Because you see, this word no. What can I call round? Okay, me 2 and 1. When Europe was a peninsula to China, no. No more sir. You engage about 5 people. Tell them, explain, and give them the knowledge. Na catch on some for 5 and blah.
Okay.
I'm the 5 bar. Am I 30? 30 no. Wo yan mu kasa wia. Omo so kwa. Wo the man for the domba for 5 bra. So before 1 month no, they say I need almost 1,000 and over.
Hey sir.
Yeah.
I will engage you more.
Yeah. Ah,
Hey, so what they will call and yes, we'll catch from some woman Kotoma Alan. But you are just selling your idea.
Me catch on baby. I don't know echo. Now if we are so we be all kwa or challenge you. Now my bet show. My more baby. Some of the books are we are. Some of the books are we are no. The institution and ye no. Go books you go out. I show how Europe was developed, how China.
No baby in any
such. No one say as some of papa can say now. Ukraine ye cost you kadi ni no omo shase. Japan finance minister no hold the banks in kitchen nyina. Omo shase no. Na every businessman know what Japan be a government engage no. Because on himself say or empower wa. We better from for 17, 20. That can solve the problem of poverty in the country. But Sisiano, what can be bia? In fact, what can be bia? In fact, it be okay. I don't remember some boo medai. Oh, East Legon.
Yes,
yeah, boo no. Oh yes. Jato offense bio num hwan nyina no. I went to them.
Okay. Jenny Kwesi Taylor convener 50 plus 1. So they are 50 plus 1.
50 plus 1.
And you are targeting the floating voters.
Floating voters. They are the decision makers. But yembu omo. The government was not or bibia mane executives na. Omo kai floating voters.
Okay.
Or the intellectuals. Omocha to France police station executive. But nipo omma wo betra so no. Campaign wo ye nyina no. Sika wo seni na for about 3% of vote na wo hwehwe. E dey aka wo supporters wo members wo. There is a members can say be so company then you have to target about 15%. Yeah.
Okay.
Because about 10% of the members are complaining. Both sides. Ya bro mo. Nti isi ya share run off.
Na nti se basala be mabani a be se den na wetimi. Waka o se womo obe yusu eye se nipa no mfa ho so when this so when people and so when ni die na o de ba be ye.
That's what I was talking about it. Say you won kofo mo enim die. But because of favoritism.
And everything my ejuma.
Oh yes.
Sir.
It been me hwe nyama makeka. Into if is my pride and it say meye bibi. Aye was west. Me ko ye ejuma hot 3 months. Omodeji the best sanitation district in the whole Ghana.
Okay.
Oh yeah. You will be more among any genis or umbay bibi na umbay bibi man qualified abomudi. No be also no so need any gen say politics no obenya a dine obenya sase obetakamu obenya V8. But what I say also obia ni na adwea odbekom nti say ye kaso Alan onya ministers aba masa nti by force as ministers so on ye kra na political party mo so fa no
the running mate away you know that.
oh wait just we are he's looking for intellectual ability and yeah tribe ni obakaso also could you be from voter region it be what's a regional balance could you be from voter no Ghana's na yehwe we have a fine cry na say adwibu team when him say overwrite and overwrite and overwrite omutna omo papa ne kiosk echi that's a Reverend Right bicycle repairer no omo share the mistake of many engineers omo aye pray no omo ntuan succeed university graduate why omo ye no mo tsase ehwe ya no mo say okay let's do it basket paddle no na ehwe ye omo anko school no omo tumi ye e fry plane ina impo omo ko be say 12 minutes na omo ba landi ankofo e say omo bo omo nsem no omo say no this is not the achievement we are looking for until you go to UK and fly one and I'll fly one here na yan share difference owom nti on yesa ni pakunu wo political party man say wabo PhD and I say we want to build a Ghana nim say ye nanom the toll of our fathers you know kwa bonyin the corporation say koji agree look at the fiber optics Mensa and we have a lot me ko Barbados the best doctor ho no e Ghana ni amuntumbo aje ni din ombo aje Ghana for baby real very strong but because of politics omoba okwa nipa kunde wo onyo kasa no tumi say he cannot speak the language but he wanted to use a position to tell you that or so no respect no and kedu si ho no galamse won tumi anye ye mineral resource sisi a gold ye tuni nyina no ye emfasune nya ho na so takwa no serve the whole trans-Saharan business. That's Ghana Empire. Takwa ya no mu the camel ebe too gold Takwa was serving the whole trans-Saharan Ghana Empire business. Spain for be able to share the economical distance ewo Ghana Empire. No mu look Spain. He was Mensabusa and Kono. They were using it when you are a citizen. Every business that you do, 1%. But when you are taking it out like a merchant, would you 2%? Here, 0 something. But this modern Ghana, with all the intellectuals, KUNST, this and that, Shibaro, Yano Galaway, Yanyanwo universities.
Okay, may I say, Percy Taylor, convener, 50+1. And you know, it didn't come on now. Evans Samoa, Evans say,
Milia, Yamiadum.
Evans, a member of the NDC communication team.
Yet, Yasia,
Namako.
Yamina, Yadian Yamano. Yamina cry my Ghana. Am I a Tiasum dream?
Okay.
And Tiana did a Minasia, a Meradi. Now make Kai me penny a dammy party, the National Chairman of National Democratic Congress, Ura Johnson, she didn't get here. Bema Mubema. Na me find Chimudo Emma John Dramani Mahama Bema wo die juma wonya nimdie experience or de baba boa ama Ghana economy bia ekedru no ya pejamu wa she Ghana phone crime say near tibia we can revamp this economy. We can maximize and cut down expenditure. The problem of Ghana is to cut down expenditure and save on useless on appropriation. Ghana will be better place to live. And this was share Papa Ghana for. Now, Mijina so I can say on the 17th. hina ye pie aka demonstration
Demonstration ebenya baso.
Ebebaso.
Electoral Commissioner press conference no.
O say me antene press conference. Oh yeah ebebaso. Assembly
One
said
was one correct all the anomalies.
they have admitted. That's very good. Omadia to me say they have made a mistake and they have corrected them.
But no mistakes in yet across board. Mistake, and yes, so maybe making mistake, but so much take action. We share pussy ganum near the idea. It's a yes, a wide range. Said an more canon.
I am they say easy. Abeka say or more mistake but no more correct. I hope say it's from genuine and a faithful committed act. Because ye pagana sumji, ye pagana nkoswo. I hope they will commit themselves to see a fair, transparent, genuine elections without any anomalies, without any single soul losing his or her life. Enti me feel say me penny for war grounds. Yura or manebuama so watia. He will follow up and look at the situation. How far is it? He will advise the leadership of the party and the entire membership about this issue, whether to go or not to go. But as at this time, make a say dear. And this penny for any police for any answer was sworn to say Juma 17 demonstration a basso den until say my national chairman who first announced and my Frank Barra who spoke about it comes out and speak otherwise. The party have taken decision to do so.
17. Police for some away. Go ahead.
Yes.
The green light. Some move to me.
Yes.
Now, what is a demonstration at the end of it?
Oh, sir, one of the tools in establishing democracy is demonstrations. Democracy, in fact, you. Democracy, I'm a boni passum. Democracy, and say, Nima, ye demonstration. Ye tuntes, you cockroach, nipa, quiet, Nancy was say. Now, ye no, and why, so won't ye say, yes, ye be demonstrate against you. Ain't a tool of a democracy? That's what we have to apply. Say, democracy are back about Yasma or my name and Abishiao. So now so ntiase. Now person we are now we are there. They bet me and say we demonstrate against what you are doing. So we call our Ghanaians. It's not about NDC, it's not about MPP. It is about what is happening in our beloved country, Ghana. Me, I don't see this regime as an MPP. It's a Kufuor regime. Because minimum people for PR, they are also complaining under this regime. You are Lancash, not your MPP. He has resigned. You are Kennedy Japan. He walked away, he was criticizing the government and many other people. And it is not about MPP, it is about Ghana. It's not about NDC, it's about Ghana. We thank God for President Mahama, a former head of state. Now, normally, BBC, normally they call for former head of state to take over and prepare issues and hand over to other governments. So the former head of state is coming to take over. Everybody, Ghana ni bi agitum. Minia Taylor Krakow. Ya agitum se niema ekono. Enye meboa.
Kwesi Taylor.
Kwesi Taylor.
De Kwesi Taylor.
Ya from Kwesi amu. Ni ekono enye. Inti ese hina ya kabum. Na ye hwe se ye man no. Ghana can be better. Uhwe sika nkrofo bobo din, sika yirejira. Uhwe niema ekoso. Ghana can be better. Senior leader pa na leader from why ready pa say obeboa man we are Ghana be yi. I have that confidence there. We will sometimes not even borrow money to develop this country. I believe 2016 President Mahama said he didn't borrow money. He used the internal generated fund to run the country that very time. Say mind break even there. Then that's when you are come to record surpluses. Once you be to me abo people say and na papa we beji mu awa Santiago Numa cocoa buying company agu many of them banks. The surprising aspect is that the vice president is economist. One of the core job is mentioned in economic theory is banking. But which na how my go bank? There is no word have written in economics say bank be a gunu. Can't you manage it? It's happening all over the world. Government come in to shoot up their whatever they need. They hold them up, and the company goes ahead. I don't know where from that source of definition, that knowledge, that is. I don't know who. I can't. Me mentias here. Brother, mentias me who why they have to collapse a running company. A running company. Sometimes when they nationalize them, but it's they collapse it. And they use money, state money, to collapse it. None the refi says, so pay you Ghana for. None the refi says, Obenya corporate tax now, income tax and indirect tax. He has forgotten it. But he decided to go and borrow, and the money he borrows to, he's misuse it. Now I catch him, go for a bond, but I say, we are quite for. Yes. Now when you pass here, God will see Kabema Wabra. No, the point is,
may you so man, Kasa were radio. So, no,
the point, okay. I can't tell Gofun said, I don't know. I didn't tell some woman Misika. I didn't tell some woman Misika. Money, my dear, this can mammy. When you are going to take money from bank, you tell them what you are going to use the money for, and yourself. One can say, some of them say, Sikana made no. Bet me to ya. Benya de na me Sikana be ye no. E bet me to ya home faso. We see Sikano, a bokanti, me ye haircut, nose cut, mouth cut. What kind of government when they have the gas? Omoko, they are going about campaigning, say, we want to save, feed the galam save for now, Jiju Omuniema, and Omuniema Bema, omo back. When you were collecting it, were you dreaming?
Mine cancer.
Napo?
Okay.
Or see, maybe actually here. One of his campaign messages. Or see, I'm saying for Gigi.
One with the letter, but so on cancer, baby.
Oh, bro.
Oh, bro, Minia. Come and come on the sauce.
Also on cancer, baby. And you've been on doctor or doctor.
No, what do you seize? Brother, can you imagine? You seize the machine and set it on fire. Who yes, what's a carton machines? He said, yeah, for me, a car pine. What is wrong with that? Machines, where's your video? You can naturalize it. We can nationalize it. It becomes a state asset. What's you know? We are not Kobe, baby. What about Bosia? Asset to the same machine, he said. What the bay?
I hear the same.
Yeah, similar.
And the excavator.
You know, they can retransform into payloaders and
we're not excavating. Who's excavator there?
Yes, they can use them.
And now your machines.
See, two gota. Some machines near the two gota. You only had the two gota. Yeah, Kakwani to those machines.
That's why your backhoes,
no, they can re-engineer it. Oh, what you be watching? Not Ghana. Look at the theory being so now. Or say, or the drone about I have brought drone to whole Africa, the whole world. Drone, I have brought drone. Can you imagine? You are trying to use drone to supply blood and can't you construct the road that can serve multi-purpose? But do you understand what I'm trying to say? Yeah. Can't you want to into a fire? A crown to me a MP. The drone crown or they call. Now why when you are some crown
drone and yeah.
Now the point, brother, we are prime economists. Your limited resources. I didn't want to find. A crown to me the Mujanako. A crown to me Eddie Dianako. A crown to a man comfort to Quack Hospital. A crown to me. I mean, what kind of country are we building? And he has the gas going about. One of the things that I've done is drone. Drone. He can fry. He can fry. 1 city, 2 city. 1 city, 2 city. Memo be a phone. Na mama nati. 1 city. Now, even the one, do you know, some people if you find difficult getting 1 city. City, Accra. 1 city. And I'm going to be a brother. Mom, 2 cities, men found to win. People ask me, Mom, 1 city. What we need in this country is job. And the avenues for creating jobs are very there. There are much of them. Commander Sugar Factory.
And this bar,
Messi, the first thing we'll do is to start Commander Sugar Factory. We engage the farmers. They will sell their sugar cane.
That's how they are much strategic investor.
What does mean? So simple you can. What does mean by strategic investor? What's strategic about it? What is strategic about it? Yeah, the brink of use that terminology to just to confuse. What is strategic about it? Plant what you need, you have built your own plant. There are farmland there, people are ready to grow the sugarcane. Appoint yourself. If you think you can make a private public partnership. You flow shares, people participate so that they can have persistent or supervision over it. We say I've given to strategic investors. They are giving 1 million a year. I mean, and importing brown sugar from India. Brother, as if class one people. I said, "Boy, my brother is in my mayenka." They don't know how to describe them. And it has their gas going about 1 drone, 1 city, 2 city, 1 city, 2 city. What kind of concept is this?
And it's about more there.
And it's about we want to take advantage of the financial sector. So we'll give licenses to those who were operating the banks to start up their banks again. But we'll give them high supervisions. We support them to employ people, generate revenue for the state, and increase security level. We also tackle the small-scale business women. So we set up women banking. Do you know why women? Because women need 1,000, 2,000, 4,000 for their business. That bank will solely for that purposes. The digitization. I want to sit behind the radio. I can't mention the digitization. I did it too. The digitization drive now. We set up the foundation.
Yeah.
The digital economy that he was talking. We are going to train 2,000 young people for encoding and decoding. When they do that, they can create apps and become their own asset. Can you imagine when you download one app, 1,000 people download it? How much are they going to get? No, the governance is about that common sense. Look at the needs of the people and tackle it. We also have a national dialogue on the free SHS, just to strengthen it, broaden it, and make it better. We look at critical infrastructure, sir. Abaya started me. Critical infrastructures are Ghana buying here. The roads, no. When I dear about my to me, if they can't fear bridge, 10 years now, we have said their roads are better. Into your car, my brother was talking about the railway line. We started Kojo Krum, but first I was saying a year or so. You see, on Wankasa Krabi saw the big of water, they have finished the rail lines there. Why don't you use the small one that you have finished? Why don't you start operating it? That is what NDC is coming to do. We want to create jobs. The basic foundation of our government is to create jobs for the people of this country. And I can assure you, President Mahama will do it. Wahepida. So the women banking will employ people, will support the small scale business. My brother was talking about how Japan succeeded in their businesses. You know, when he empower the small business, they will employ people. That's what NDC is going to do. But because of larger population of women trading, we're going to tackle them. Obana Juma ye nyedi. Be ma okaso nkachi bayire be yedi. But oba betumi achi bayire.
It's not going to be much bayiro.
Okay. Okay, do maybe we have spare Bema. But oba na ochi akanya asembia. Inti manu sikaka krebi, we are starting a business. And that's what NDC is going to do. Yes, Ghana for near Kosono, a human error obi na wa ye. Okatresi anu mo pray immediately after election na nyame your mom. They go and sleep and relax. After they don't respect Ghanaians. Yes, that not good for how to say. So we are not free just in Yama for Obano call private school. Sana Mampenikasa. Sana Mampenikasa. The thing is not for you, it's for the people. You only entrusted with the care and they can impeach you.
And Sanamo can say, I don't know, I won't be between into ya. And I'm a president.
No, it's not about one to be, it's targeting. It's targeting. Look, I didn't hear what scholarship secretariat. Certain people go to scholarship secretariat, some of them doesn't go. We can do the free the same. When you are filling your forms, you indicate you learn free HSS. If you're so proud, on yeah. So government take advantage of it. I'm not saying that's what NDC is going to do, but we have to target who actually are in need. And we have come out the first year university students. You know, Mekai said the first I had admission to University of Cape Coast. Getting to the closing date of February. Now, yes, NDC advice about first year university students, their fees will be paid. Simple as that. Simple as that. Into your Ghana for. I cut almost about less than 3 months. A quackatuaba. No, obi this car brewer. I Ghana sika jidi. Na bani de. Was it him? Na tuaba.
Okay. How you need 100.9? What Evans Amo Banchami? Oh, yeah. member of the NDC communication team. Ono na wote ne kano. Na osha yenya ne tie se galamsey fight na wo kind of president no. Yenya ne tie se wa order military and police. Say woman kona wo meye illegal small scale mining no. Woman ko crack the whip. President bibi baba.
If you say ya try back and ye.
Yeah, because you try people.
Yes.
You try.
Inti omo kono, how special are they? Omoko eko sika ho. Na galamsey asunso ehu say ye di we show omo a omo buy. Na him for kwa no omoko. Did they have a location? Omoko si hwan so. MC no ho no. I didn't buying from on be sense didn't na won't me ye every situation, something we call it situation intelligence. You have to find the reason, the weak side of it, the SWOT analysis. You have to find why the first one couldn't solve the problem. You don't go the same. Say, I didn't me ye no. First one, me city to her. Let me small so your former mokoye. To me. Me kwa second one. Diana Melko. The same soldier from police for yan or the Omokoy. In Tiziana workers or Mon Conco stop or Moko stop wine. While Bra Minister so HSA on ma a buying and stop Francis small scale miners no because Omo ebergy license on no.
And only a legal small scale miners.
How can you define them?
But when they cannot illegal.
How can you define them?
Oh, that's one more. That's one more. Even and many small scale miners and the casa, woman say woman year juma so. Yes. Woman year juma forest reserve.
Protect the water first. Adena amma nsuonu say no.
It's illegal ones no so.
Yes.
Illegal ones. Woman that won't so.
I'm no more shame.
Yeah.
It is Baby me.
We should have a model of extracting the gold from the soil. A formal model. You see, nyame the gold in our chair.
But can I go microphone?
Nyame the gold in our chair. How do we get it? That's the question. Whenever you ask a question, you answer it. Yeah. When you have a formal model, yes, say, yes, say issue. So I think, sir, we should have a formal model.
Opening, human being, the animosity of every human being will differ. That's why human cannot control his own self or herself unless you train somebody to become a supervisor, to supervise every movement of every human. Because what we entice to know, sometimes from bra and count. What you say, right? Into supervision, any approach, on us our share. Whether we modernize it on what and what, we be here soon. Whether we modernize on what and what, we be here chemicals. So how do you distance these chemicals from the river on your face? In the two, how do you control? Because I dare omuye yache. But yensu na say no and a raise alarm no. Into how do we protect our river? I mean, first,
that's another question you have to ask, and that comes about how do we extract it?
Extract no. A bit me bibia. Because what extract go there, your surface mining. Near war underground mining. Into surface mining, no. And him fa no wa do mo say omuntuno.
Obi cross I just say na enya gold in the crown yan free and go trench and no money ade. Go your work point in the womb.
Yeah.
What you say? Na yan kwa na yan ko kutu nche crown so that you say sika bebre.
Say gold na won here. Gold no so no oye bibi to say we call it portfolio. Every country bia even IMF they do omo ye omo bobu senadi na no omo gold reserve no eso say Ghana gold always increase. It is so gold that sometimes we have to use a cultural revolution and come out. You have to use a cultural revolution. Yen nanum ube fie na sisika wo fie wa or ye gold ye for say japadi bia omo de ahye baby nti Ghana ye wo gold oya asase
you too nkruma so so ni na wie ni na
nti ye gold ye deposit na oye gold na e wo hemfa ye wa hen. When I was searching it na offense we class ni hen was it South Africa said it almost young gold deposit. But you two go the same. What I say? Inti agenda Emma adukuna wo ye no onye recruitive no protect it first. We protect here. Nipa kuna obetu gold no obehia nsu. Nti obehia nsu na nsuo no we protect nsuo no. You can tell the person what and how you want him to mine the gold.
That is it. That's what Anita Maker said. When we draft that question, because so most of our gold extraction are foreigners.
Master, because what can say our gold extraction are foreigners, then we don't have a government.
That is it.
No, I know foreigners are best on to go that check. Even America on the Colorado River, it's one idea to gold extraction there. It comes with different models. But what I'm saying is that you have to supervise train people whom their animosity level no obey 80-20. Now 90-10. You cannot have it 100.
Okay.
90-10, 80-20. They will supervise 60-40 and 30-70. When the animosity level come into 50-50, the pakunu God are they because animal level no, on human level no, the same. Inti we ba adwenu tum kan say we nimpo. Obakti. Inti abibia no broni nim say. Sometimes I don't want to even use the broni. Abibia no more knowledge in him say manye say ya ebeye say. Adam was not able to convince and make the woman as he was trained by God. Into any minute to me you say Obano baby son on Adam. So when you are not able to supervise what you have been given or protect it now, another person, because this world that we are, you see it like very universal with this thing, but it is in competition. Yes. What you have, I need it. But I have to find a way to take what you have. But if we're not able to control what you have, I mean, baby, we are. China for mu be na no omu too good na. Sometimes they use drone na ye kano. So omu too from airport omu kwa kwesi Burkina border. No, omu wo another way there.
Omu the good room there.
Yeah, omu wo bia won do omu no into wo kwa China. We look for countries so omu betumi transport to ho dia kwa outside. I didn't omu nya be the dia wo kwa etuo na di na. If they are not benefiting from this, I don't know the instrument, for instance, instrument, but I bet check where the goats are and other ways. Say, forest can almost a good woman, they don't care. Who is managing the forest? Your forestry for her. Your DCs for her. Your way for her. Intimate da, a binding cassette, Ube road, a catch them.
Now say, I pass him, your forest in when I can say it to from a good day.
I pass him, bra.
Yeah, 2022.
Forestry. Say good you more too. But how do you mine it? How do you mine it?
Okay.
What I say, into supervision is the most important. Would you have with your young chunk catch yourself, Memco so a bonting? But how the environment and how the beauty of the place, you know. Why we are black crown? Why do you make catch yourself high engine so?
Okay.
But what I say, so environmental education is one of the paramount in the life of every human. Inse Yakupon, Obo Assassini Nano, he just take a place, the Garden of Eden, beautify it, and put Adam in, say, go and manage this very portion. Into portion of manager, then you can move to another. Also, because article almost said 111 and that's 111. A 111 a hospital way no yeah
hospital there
omo project 111
oh no
agenda 111 what I say now what shall see the whole Ghana say because hospital now at the end of the 8 years when we are let's say sika was spending in nyina no mfa so ambo ho amamai no identity won't choose one place no who see in such a so be compete ha Ufia wako ha. Yakupon no boni wiase kwa the whole world no when beautify every place. Or you see the Garden of Eden. No, beautiful. No, ordinary potum so go and manage.
Na them governing we are basa.
I remember we are intellectual revolution. We are dealing with and we are psyching the people to understand some of more oralities, you know. In some of
okay, I need 100.9. Intellectual Revolution 50+1 convener Kwesi Taylor wa ha Evans Samo member of the NDC ono so e wa ha na William Sangwa afi no watrance William say
nyame odi acheme
na mo sesi a mo say mo na mo wa ban mu na illegal mining ensensem ya ye ken etimo say esan wo abato afi
yo enyumre de ye be chia ahwefo on Facebook any etiefo na menchia me former MP Honorable Ahmed Atta na menchia me godfather Jonathan Odate Bedu godfather of Kanko Sat baby obi a enyumre nyame enhira no nya okese na menchia me brother Bakope Dr. Okoboy Dr. Bernard Okoboy health minister papa first class citizen enyumre baby obi a menchia first class citizen just say you baby obi a menchia na interior minister honorable in the court baby e wa dey amaye enyumre de asema ukofa baaye no eminde because na me no kan environment no de eye pa na Dr. Bernard Okoboy kan kire say baby a oti kura no etimi kire yare ho a ebebo because say oti baby a nua wo ho na obifu oxygen papa yare bi wo wa e de intimi mbo enti anything environment no de me dey amen for it but near yan say me no evans ti ai me ba na me tie no ye no no kasa no ye na me say enti nipa eni fewe bioma na politics aye enti nipa ni fewe biom se mo na mo kan say na do dankwa kofado ehiam fada fo ne timi adi enti osi o mamuntu galam say ordinary presidency beto enti ne timi adi mutu abatia no 2020 muni na more the mining areas promise you say omo ay attitude omo kura mo ba mo be mom freedom mo be mom amnesty de kameni ma kase e bia ye ma obi a wa serve ache ai bia ye fo so nyema oye no e bo okra e hyeda nya bibia nka se ye che no ene ye ma amnesty ba mo de obi a o say e friend say yensuo ya sase e ma ye yare ye se omo mo titi ono sometimes omo ko wo omo ma no omo sano na ye style bi ai ne ma ne ho onyu no ho na mo ko ho na mo ko show mo kutupo say na
no mo ko show mo kutupa mo na mo wa ben mo why would you have to rely the opposition ni bia kwakoye ono no ni aben mo na mo wa ben
Mark Jerry
yeah
sa ye kono sa na sa side fight no yentimi because you see me I'm saying say baby aye du no e say obi agi tum say ye hia nsu eden anom enti ye nyina both NDC MPP no me mo bi anye for enfa nye politics ye nyina ye nya no ba ko ni en fight issue because you see say na keep goes for any nsuo yi one omuntu abama MPP ni NDC so omuntu abama ye enti ye krofo no mo ye den yare ekwa akobo mo no because nsuo no I mean say obi be huru ni sankra no e problem because on to me ko fa pure water ya ye sebi you inform mat say ye no be there say ye the pure water e be huru yan sand e den because baby ye fen ye fi no ewa nti ye bibi kakra no you make sure say you accounting for everything inti na emena ye wom no nanka say nyina ye nye baako anu baako ne ka say we nkuan de ye yi politics afim ye face no head on na ye nyina ye solve problem no because kunungo kaya o ye bibi na kunungo kaya wo ma ye din because nipa no onju ochire hu onju hu say ade aye me ye dan susuanso na de be bremin anansa oman no onju hu ofu say me sewe ne na ochira me wukura emfa ne ho and that is the character of NDC omutie opposition party be okotra opposition 8 years obaya the only policy onya night club 24-hour night club just say sorry ani e busa yenkwa adwuma na 24 hours night club there Mark Jerry na Mark Jerry me mo ka kire no say connection red onion egu o mo ko ka kire no say connection red onion egum because it's here industrial area no a capture ho nyina enti saa nneɛma na ɔmo ka no yɛsrɛ ɔmo ɔmo hu sɛ emre na ɛwɔ mu no deɛ ɛsɛ nyina galamsey deɛ because you see there be a me can say community o can say me ni ha o unya time ni adia ɛwɔ mu sɛ bank jerry community na yɛ tutu saa nneɛma no sɛ yɛ nyina yɛ nyɛ baako na youth no yɛ shom yɛ mom ahwalen so mo njom na so no mo fight for your right na with the support of ahimfo na ɛbɛyɛ din me no yɛ te studio ha ya ɛna ɔyɛ interview bi a yɛ sɛ ohini na ni bedroom na the entrance to the pitch ana me boa studio ha ya o ɛna ɔyɛ sa interview no na me say ye mama Ghana say na ya bedu say ohini mmoa say na ye sua no na enim say ahimfo de nyama papa nko ha na ɔmo yɛ den ɔmo yɛ ba say ahimfo timi prince ni bedroom enye entrance to galamsey picture na say ya asem o Ghana enti Mageri galamsey ne de ɛyɛ ade a ɛda yakoma so say be fight ni e fight enanyumre nso na do dam kwakufo ado SND aye friends aba say military for no nyina yɛ den ɔmo nkɔ baabi a yɛtu galamsey bia no yɛtutu obi ase and we need the support of everybody say NDC yɛsrɛ mu though you were in election year but never been to me election year never been to say galamsey fight now do you yɛ friends saying politics now because of election year no waso sound kan nea o kan 2020 no bi ma emmo yɛ nyina because at the end of the day no yɛ nyina ya hu and the health issues no a table to ensure yɛ num ni sa ensure yɛ de aduane ma yɛ nti it is high time yɛ nyina yɛ be support nanado dakwakufo ado nyama o kan say from ochina no head on yɛ be sele Ghana for yɛ be sele youth no omo mwaye omo fam ho jimbi because you see Mageri me krom ni yɛ wɔ nsuo bi na obi developers bi koto asase na omo person develop youth no ti yɛ Mageri omo so mo ma so look omo machines omo buy no omo say omo so machines no youth no na ti go omo so omo join here sa nsuo no eda se wo up to now enti youth no de ye bibi na omo support here be boy and one thing no say ye nyina nim say galamsey de it say sebi okoke adwuma enu ana me hwe news or GTV na hwe oman bi so akoke the whole plane na be see on Mageri you loading you offloading you is about 15 trailers ni nyina ya koke nko enti adwuma bi te say galamsey no ni fight no te say koke when he broke case because oya adwuma kitu e bi asika obenya no esun obi a why adwuma 4 months 6 months salary enti it is something na ye nyina be ka kire hu say yes sika wom ba se sika wom na me kwa menya sika no na nipa dodo no ebenya yare dia ye be jai and it is we can only get the results send ye nyina ye den ye adwen baako adwenkun aye baako na ye nyina ya support the policy and as a president and as a government no initiatives out there ba say ye nsan go back to the field ni ye ni amamfo ensie ni eni omon ka kire mu say munjai galamsey no se na be ya ensio no ye betimi ade protect no until ye be ya sana it will be difficult for any government to fight galamsey because Ghana ha politics na ye no ye politics no for nia ye be di ene and say niema e be si ene but say niema e be si after 10 15 20 years there na sometimes no political parties ni be ho a omo de di agro and I think say emre asu say na media no hwim be say 3 days ni me hu say media na jani na so papa so for the clergy needs niema ni ahimfo no asantini asset the pace I believe say ye nyina ye moi na ye protect ya ankasa ye environment any ye health sene be ya Ghana ebe konanim ti Mageri enwumre de nanado dankwaku ado send the instrument be ba say sisi military for no omo bush no na omo kwa ye ni crofo no enka kire omo make sure say obi abe free site no na ensio no den abaye krabehwe because at the end of the day no say ya nye no sa emmoye nyina and mesre o mo say na me kan say on say obu ho a oni ne kun ontimi unti na person high lawyer na lawyer na go hire lawyer time a oni no mo chichiri mo se bia o hwe nipa kra edin betu for na nka lawyer na bibi abewo eno bi na ye ndc for ye nim so motimi ye ba ye srew mo 2024 de galamsey de yen yifi politics no yen yifi sa delivery na ya mo ye no ko gina ho no mo ko site the air co insight ya manfo so mo nko tu omo tu galamsey no ye be srew mo emwa obi a it is about Ghana. And when it is about Ghana, me debi America, about health issues, education, this animal, me feel say nya back because garbage in, garbage out. And to say nya jitum self, Ghana say no ye support government no, near fight say na be ya. Uba dachi be na uba after 16, 24 years na uba. When who say ampa ya to ase dada, enti nya fighter, uba be fight biom. And nothing I utifie. Na say Felix Ofosu na Felix Owusu na bo nyu bi say penyitifie na se hwemfa ne ho a e be lu time bi a e be fa ho enti say ne na fe say o MPP ne wa ban mu enti ma me ko ho no mu na me ko inside microphone na me nka chem say muntu na muntu omo MPP for muntu abenti omo na me ba me mo freedom mo be tunu na mo be nya sika bebre e da hya mo botom o yes na after so many years 16 years 24 years ni efi aban mu a you come back and fight it. Now be born himself who lives to and your ojuane no oye den ya fight ayo fight there definitely no obeshia inti ye besre say na the individuals support no ye be pese NDC be issue statement I can say they are with the government ye nyina ye den ye nko to the field ni em protect ye environment
and mo matena wa na mama ade na escalate.
And no make just say Mark Jerry I didn't know
the whole regional chairman is part of it.
Na say sa na obe kan chene dey so enum crofo omwom but me I don't want us to go that way because na galamsey there when a Ghana age say 100 years away from 80 it is a galamsey aya problem una o cause here say galamsey aya problem me think say una o cause here because Ghana age you know say 800 years away from 80 years. In the 80 years, nuka, utimi ede na galamsey o kase John Mama ta na galamsey ni wana. And nothing I end this for some person di politics ni bana mi bu fukra because utra bam from 2008 to 2016 e na galamsey no him pa utma say mako shisha man for friends the excavators you know say it was there. And I am saying say one fight anye ni e ba boy na ye fight ade no ye results no than to say oh there oh some baby MPP when you were there no you couldn't do anything. It is something that it is beyond the governance, just governance say young citizens no will not buy into that idea and say minjai because until nipa na all to no subakachi no say me ade no ha me yire ko wo a onya your friend say problem inti me into biom na it will be difficult because community no youth no na nim roles no in roles no na magere ye do call galamsey town a unim bebia ofa ba omo amuti ho no munim say me fa ha me yira me fa ha metimi akoyede akotu galamsey aba omo obi ambon so media I'm saying say obi an support aban no na NDC for once no omo issue statement to say we there a national security threat enti they won't go to the omo nye nem omo nye 2020 no omo nye biom say na be ye nyina the results are
me pick your thought on the easy quick easy I respond say anomalies are NDC for the better omo no omo share omo correct NDC for ka say dipa be 50,000 bi omo din as I double no omo chom some fa list nemra na omo hwe omo chechem so far it was saying GDS say nya we yisimu ahead of the year elections. You say you're less than 3 months. Sangwa.
Yo, media, near me can person mechanic say. Sometimes me feel say electoral commission. Yeah, there be a sense ya mechano. Me feel say yeah how and nimani bo wa. You be the day at the end of the day be come na shi nim.
But I just suban you. Mo opposition as hana mo ye yisi.
Nti yenja ye. Mark Jerry. Yes. Yeah. So yenja
ideological correctness.
So I am saying, sir, Mark Jerry.
More position as hana mo.
Yeah, Mark Jerry. Me say sometimes they were registration centers, you know. Ubem say, "Obia picky trouble with the easy." Me come in me constituency BC. wa peke ene ya frame na me kodro na me deli agent ni ka chem so NDC ni raise issue say abontin number no no so to say omo twa picture no dem to pa kire say ebinum ma abontin ba omo call dem go twa picture and I'm say okay nti me do na me ka chem me agent say munya abotre nti me bisa say okay onua nti den na opese ye and also okay opese ye nhwe number na e wa ha no ni enko dem ni enko compare ni en say eyana na me ka me agent for say munjai mano say no so ope say na be ya asunje beba no ye nya nsa na me fa electoral commission officer na me say na dede na aba nya say na NDC for some pe nti microphone na agina tum say ni opese ye no ye nya mano manje ne be kan ye na 52 ye call them omo twa pictures ni ye kan ye so na 52 otima say nti dede na a stop process no for like 30-45 minutes no kwa otima say so I am saying say Mark Jerry 2020 nipa ahin na register nya about 18 million ye got to about about 12 million anamwa so we had the crash. I didn't know what the fan said. Nipa no cry woman. At the end of the day, you got to about ye. Nkaja say nipa 18 na ye be try ye didn't you to aba. It never happened. It dede now you say na nipa no do so no ye got to about. We have about 6 million excess. Omo be to aba. Enti eno so be person say be person of fabia. Correct one no kra excess of 6 million. Enti so be person who you are bam na enu no be user then the person still have the opportunity to do it. Enti adena yen ka say isi mu yen support you mo. And I like the demeanor of current friends and isi ni Crawford. They are ready to listen to anything. And enu na MFL current finance minister Anta Masa only meeting all they can say you nonsense questions be our person or bisa no biano honorable Anta ready so bet you na question answers no the amount, and that is what I love about him. And no current is ready say what be any door bibi o biano or say fabra na yem. And for me I am saying say ehun yan say afeni ye ba cause problem nim say at the end of the day no say nipa 18 million register nipa wa auto about just about 11-12 million old say so there will always be excess enti aden na yem support you mumu no mo nye adwuma no eden emfa maye na ye nyina ye nye baako ne yenko election. So election there it's about your mindset no. So why you agent say obema asundua ba obenya freedom akoye niema bia ebebo party no. But why you agent say me the trouble na me make ya obe cause trouble no sa at the end of the day you be say unya here because time na nke say the training amount for training strategic meetings. What are we doing? When are you responsible for this and that and that and that? No, all the events this TV, NASCO TV, ever akoye away events strong room. Automatically, okay, can have the MBBM. Automatically, so yen na ho. It does not mean say yen quite demonstrations, yen creative problem farmer easy and making sure say Ghana for back say easy AGYEMAN home to me yet 2020 easy say me no more man say be ye new voter register obi ka kire say on to me yet no ye cry on there yen sin who and politics go abeja sa ni pan say magja o kai no so kai no about NDC ni bia say easy etimi ye voter register 2020 na politics go abeja so kai no so yeah juma ma ye ko to aba oh masa me mama freedom freedom na ana how unti o person obem enti nipa no say yisi ontimi nye adwuma so yisi aye adwuma ma ye ko election ma ye wie election. So it is about high time say nima ni bo wa e unnecessary say ye be criticism keke na amamfo be ye dede na amamfo be get to pass.
Admittedly yes in so atuma say no maybe anko.
So I am saying say yes one say no maybe go why ye and I say wo more fabra and I'm saying say nipa no wa ye hu tintin say me de me nti obi a me and de me mpe. And that's why we cite the example of current finance minister. O de sabi o kotran anim na kan sem fun bi a o feel say it's okay for you now person bi sana or you ready so bet you na answer say so the man on the amount. A very humble finance minister. So I am saying say the same thing and I electoral commission into NDC. This is not the time I obey the day. Ko ye juma Otmasie. Now for policy, Papa to Ghana for him. Otmasie. Because we be cancer mean training a month for in IT digitalization. Now also obey the obey coding. Now coding that is all quite now I Jenny. Now tomatoes in inti oh mami oh bibi hana nyimre pa inti magjerry asema woman say aban bi aba man ne o say municipal bia there on maintaining the rules what equipment e dey common municipal bia e bi nsida Ghana for nim say ba railway sector na do dankwa kufado wa bone ho money e ba hefa say na me you can say ono ni problem say e dose dodo Nanado Dankwa Kufalo also was scatter.
We have a way of implementing policies. The policies, so it must have a durations, a periodic policies. Say agenda 111. Okay, we see can answer 111. So why can't you take 40? Yes. No, what I say? Yes.
But you see. The beautiful aspect of it is that Nanado Dankwa Kufado a him for Danfo agenda 111 about about 70%. Commission will continue to commission until December.
Your Bobosia, investment, investment in Chiabosaneka. We don't borrow for social and other numbers. Yes. Say enyeme bi wo ye ya yenke hu say onye on no ne interest na enyeme bi so ye ya as a leader also hu say you are standing in for about 34 million population.
Yeah,
what I say.
Yeah.
Then you look at the ahofo so mo abegum.
Yeah,
additional yes
extra 15 million.
Extra 15 million. Yeah. What I say. At BP obeye no also omuso tumi nya bibi wo ho betumi akọ Edi Ghana akọ kase o me call Ghana no say what I say it is
all right
yeah
it
in bania me pese me bra me senior brother on ti ase ne say aban no agenda 111 na OC no almost all is above 60%. E bi cry a commission bi and we'll make sure say friends say I'll get back just wait your man say I'll give you the location.
Why did I know you?
No, I'll give you the location. But no, me pa change Mark Jerry. They will say aban bi aban na ehyan for some yare na oni sika na oni baby obekọ hospital oni bed obeda so Nanado Dankwa Kufado obeye e dey abo amanfo
mpacho mami ka se mi che neighbor mami cho the way you hwe here for me ko hospital Hong Kong na omo mami e friend say specialist na specialist no mami almost 2 weeks to meet him no mo share the development na minya immediate call e wo Ghana na me bay Ghana for ye pie eduane nti Sunday for meeting for ho amen yi me chepe no na minya call say Wednesday you have to meet doctor so and so nipa ku na ofra me no o hwe just no you are not in Hong Kong na say yes what I say digital set no say na make sure nti when are you coming na me man date me man date already indicate me say the sickness no me de menya but they are preventing others say no omunya
some sonya
yes what I say me bomb modern say meba me do airport almost scan my passport and immigration officer obi say why didn't you honor your appointment what I say obi say why didn't you honor your appointment
okay
what I say nti enyeme bi o ma o wie no obi say social we no obi
kwasi me comment
what I say nti social officer how did they call it social BBB no mbechia me kanana anam so no mbechia social welfare omo papa social welfare dey abetum what I say but in the hospital senate to crown oye we no wo kosesi na price e bobbo no what I say
you know that Hong Kong now can and you know na Hong Kong here there
oh come on Hong Kong now we are on the UK we were on the UK we were on the UK
me comment for na ye pick calls na afi Yeah, me conclude. Obia final statement. Ebusan with your touchlight, we need 100.9. 50 plus 1 convener. Yeah, Kwesi Taylor. And what's in a cano? None do say, yeah, way, what's it? Yes, intellectual revolution. I want to believe in the ideologies of Ural and Jochra Martin. And William Sambo, member of the MPP communication team, Hannah Evans Samo, member of the NDC Communication Bureau. Mame Kwa Maniso 03022 57902 03022 57902 and 03022 43540 03022 43540. You are doing shame.
Mike.
Yes, I tell.
Collins in the midway PMO and Mamole, making a frame tabru. No. Maminchia Dr. Ham, incoming member of Parliament, Trovo constituency. Here, Métier MPP, my William Sangmo, they didn't know young papa. Hey, she in Yoma NDC. Chenu, yes, Sabi, Buapayobio. And I frustrated. Obi Beka say, when you say, Mube Lusu Abaninti, Mike, me can't ever figure cases to say, MPP Fona Kasaya way. Any PC say, NDC, Basse, Kakai, election way, a done deal. It's a yes, Fagadam, Wagadi, this say, ye detention or 2 electoral commission, so now ye be Lusu. No, it's true in your manner, ye coming now. Yoma, I didn't dana kwem. Me no cook me yakasa. Me did trod that. I also me funny panemra. Me didn't about studio. I'm a moneha. Haya metadis branch B. Nidi ye gini free. Ni vote sa. Also me kasamano. But I quite to say, and who a human or more yet, a sinner is still in the dinner. Me didn't about studio. Lay follow the more.
Okay.
Reality.
Madam say. Madam say Collins. Mame Fadio dio. Me bacho mache. Me mo ache ye ti o yanko.
Ayo. Guarantee issue. Manjeri, ya no mo say Mahama e kan say oba omo ma chi omo ti wo guarantee ni obi yi omo eti. Sa tem no o maka eso die Mahama e kan say omo mu etu guarantee for na omo na kasa wo ho. Akwai say omo mu ye lebra for na omo for mu for ye mame na e dia e dey me mo ten.
Eti me kase kona kokumobi. Na me ma uskara me meti akire a wo se wo ye nya o na me che me on
enye tawo panta dia one man contract me fi dan ma never libre in libre sin na omo ko site na no so da fonu omo no ma ti omo ba omo ye na for galante na kasa omo ono no ma ka se oba omo ye libre sin na obi obepe vie di na wa ye yi keke no o di akole be ba di o ye galante na kasa no say you omo no be ono be dile ba ka se dia omo tuga de ti se utu me mu a for the omo mu a ananu ma ka se oba kwa koji yi na o se o ja tv be ya do mama bet me give you free no galante na epi pen for na no mu ye ka galante di ba wow omo no mu ye ke do mini free dun kwa ko ye do ma ye ofe
MPP penyin ben na onim no MPP penyin ben na wo nim so to be
Utubi.
Why?
Dr. Prepo, Ekai, Omo Mututu, Omo Womo, Potos Amina, Wo.
Okay, Madam say, Mamma found the audio, Majo. Oh, Majo. Hello, Majo. Yes, it's you.
Me did what I came, make a selfie new press station circle.
That's it, you.
Yeah, my memo about so Namentia, Erokui Junior, lawyer, I would not come in. I'm Robert Lamtis to Medina, and I can see my task. I'm so much time I'm Missiano. Hey, Mike, what's that? I say we will be over the Cassabia. No, let me say, make a problem. I've been in a galanty and found more media for no. as a former president in some countries say obi obe tedious so this a former president Mahama ka galamsey asema na me tie me ya o fa ke na me see na me ti pa me say this need to be and na do buy galamsey was fail why
na konfeli na kwa eden konfeli nanado de crash wo sa wa de ya wo so de bebo media no nanado de the presidency at the to lie media phone nyina ta na chi what happened at the NSC baby sao at the NSC
me ba unim say former president mama woye as a former statesman o kasa unim say
me pacho oni to me mu on yan to aban fa ma no ya to aban obi anipa ne de na kronya de ato lie and you are saying so the other opposition no mekunti agalamsey is that what you are saying
my daddy me pacho unim say politics who share we political show and your politics no yan Ghana ha the any politics na kata film agalamsey ye be ye da what is it because so nanado say me see am na say galamsey for NDC for nam say nanado be tutu abo mo be say and nyina so ye do politics because time nanado ye say o tu ase no NDC for ka say nanado ka say o ba galamsey o mo majuma what is it see you go for me say NDC ni ka galamsey asema they say me to ase na me ko jare me ho wo so say NDC ni ba and nanado and wa feri and ye be win o ba win pure water NDC so what the better 40% men wo ya me wo NDC but we are serious.
Okay, better say okay. I'm do Majo.
Majori.
It's you, Yanko.
I'm just in Greentown.
And council.
Dear me just one out of Africa about so kind, Kentinka motive. Majori Wadaruma, una woko kisi in Pato President Baumia, but on what is saying.
And Bemacho means and Yaman and Netia Wadaruma.
But someone chatting Caboni Biadi.
There be a yan chatting Caboni Bia.
Na miatum Greentown no one on by. Na minister Uncle Point Yadomoa 2025 by this time. That's a channel session. Mother, you're best Ghana for and can NDC for. That galamsey, yabe. Maybe him say a agenda be a NDC for say a election time. It is some of manu goom. I say in few say a fire in should you say getting to 7 years in ye and the NDC for okay then I echo election year NDC for set and this MPP to be defended and in galamsey because people say galamsey site you know MPP will sure
now organized labor Ghana Medical Association Ghana Registered Midwives and Nurses Association your friend is saying well all the stakeholders civil society organizations we end this for
Majori Nanado buy how many months, how many years in Wadaroma? Is here, Wadaroma.
It's over so saying it is one saying I can't do more.
Oh, Debbie, hey, Satan paying for you know. If he come on another dance for the best now, so echo by infusion, no more. I don't know how many percent council or cast 7 years. Then come into me with say, no more. And you had done the be a little bit set, but then go do. You imply what I say. Baumia, the baby president, I'm a Ghana fan to my pefra, and he never say die. It's your best friend, the Mahamani is sitting here, and send the other Mokano, say, almost say, your corporate sign, peace, make out with say, send a bear as you get up on the banana. Almost someone sign.
Okay, maybe I told me that same. Anyone doing trade, my main fan, do Majo?
Major so Major.
Yeah, Yanko.
But your Jaffa, make a free time.
Okay.
Mini akole so mechiano wa momole pa na Jerry galansi asema ye kan ya se ye nyan mo MPP fo no bi ba o mo de sobo na bo nsem chofo na Jerry na nke wo so bi so o mo say ye wura professor Frimpong Boache e de ne to galansi mu se onko stop galansi fo no okoye ni dwuma pa free ni nsem no nkrata wo de baaye no wo say Cluster House wo tumi bi wo ho no ma ta galansi fo na chi saa tumi no antima mfiri ho a ono wontimi nko galanse no Cluster House ono no hwan na wo ho no ene na akufo ado ne ayi baumia ene wo ho ye no firi ho no ma Agyeman fo publish say galanse na say Ghana fo nsuo ewo Ghana ha sei no na akufo ado kikon wo ama ye wura asante bedi aturo letter de ma Agyeman fo say and some no more kafana na do any galanse so omo antwe ansen Ghana mind the ombeko court Jazeera for say ye dey ato omo ye mbema mo fa mbepi so ne ekogina court besin there what is omo atima ka ho bibi enu firi ho a ye nua ba ka ejemfu a omo iko hihye ne na yi ne skabita ewo mining ho no no oye NBC ni mo na ya to aba ama mo ntimi ni ma mo mfa nso ai ye wura John Dramani ma maka say obemo mo atu galanse na akufo ado na obo power ko chene Majeri, what was this year? I said, what one idea? Ghana Mrama Hokaya, Yankee must give you home metro. I don't know, Monquachia, where John Draman Mama said, some more kind. Would you want to look around Pono?
Okay. Me batch me dance here, and anyway, me for last one. Majo. Hello. Oh, and if I do, I'll show on the mammy. I do never do on the mammy. Majo.
Majeri.
Yes, sir. Yes, your uncle.
Your friend Abolo. Obet your friend Mr. Common Sense. Majeri. Who be a question? John Dramani Mahama. Okubuahi. Omu Yinamu opposition. As a bisani say, wa ben. So this omukasa. Enuna man for DH. And I say, we answer the wa ben. Majeri. Me kase galante kono. Near here, say, betu abeti MPP. A moment MPP belusu, no mamugu forest on in na ebeti. Ani katano man penin and akufado diabano. Who can say small scale miners, no musi, omuni lands, omu forest. Dr. Fimpo Boati Katano Sutre, almost 47 forest. I want to anchor your names of man penin and akufado. Unfair shame, forest reserve need mine be a woman PFO, no instructed military, no any soldier, police for say, Munko forest be a mobile mine, be a woman, Mumpamunu. Now, to me, Sakata Bank, I say, illegal money, you better not identify. My jerry, who to miners now, who better than who say, only illegal miners and illegal miners. You person mind the nature forest, Nemo, but in Benagana 4 years after, and you influence my jerry, a puni is in a punimu. Na no sanso ya no munum enti wuki amono ne no se mfa ho na ma ye ho organ nyina de bro nyina no san nyam nyina akom terminate enti we yet me yusu common sense keke ye be kasa na musi ese o na kufado ultimi mbo o so like bro fa ye tro ma wo de president atola.
Okay, me dan say right how you need 100.3 you made your friend the touchlights abel phone wa ha final comment 50+1 convener President Taylor.
Yes. The changing of mind is very important.
Okay.
Now, ideological correctness. Sanya nyama way it seem the way I share nyama no. Ebe see ni because o share colors ni na obia air can offense we na we akese against we as I was telling you we are voting around.
Okay.
The same problem no solution now say yedema a problem no we don't talk about solution no but we are bringing one
where the suburb you know the suburb I don't pray or say and this for must say so any time
yes what I say
okay me that say
muma yentiase say the changing of mind now the great transformation plan or dey bano obebo mind
okay me that say Evans, Kaza.
Me pese me magana 40 years say. Aho kire ya yakum for the last 8 years no. E nimpa hihye. Yeru Baumia, Yeru Napo, Yeru Kufado. Omo one cabinet. Omo na take decision ama maya kisine. Hwesisia transportation fare, fuel bo, aduane bo, school fees. Mo maye sesa. Na yemfa Yewura Mahama mra koni aga na ekono yentumi nkone saa wonam kradwuma bia ne bebia na kofo ye adwuma 8 months de bia papa dada om se betua me kwa mema minister na tua they are not paying inti mesre Ghana for
okay me that say
yentumi nko demonstration momma yento aba on the 7th December na yensesa ba ninyi asomdwe
all right
Ghana ye mai
sango
babia odewie ye na ho na mesme start and now also ye den obi aye adwuma 8 months na ye si ye den ye ntua Sebi. Say baby a Kamaka say, "Wo, enye na sibo. Teacher for what for my age, 3 years. Wait, Jomuka. Oh, no, you have no moral right to come here and talk about that.
NABCO have issued official statement. Teacher,
because I'm a teacher for Juma for 3 years. 3 months, sir. To hell with you. To hell with you. On your moral right, I better have a casa. Oh, I'm here.
Oh,
Oh yeah, they me di na okasa teacher fire Juma almost 3 years oga. O say, go mama 3 months na oka just to hell with you. Mo kona mo go ship. And now on your moral right, e betra be can say obi di obi ka 8 months.
Okay.
But Jerry, Ghana for him say emle na ye wo mu no. Ochina ye ko bie Jamestown harbor no fishing no ano ochina. Ghana for
man Jamestown fishing harbor
no Ghana for man no mo be sure o mani so ade say onya president na owo ni so ade hu not me mon free SHS not me mon one district one factory not me mon friend and saying interchanges bebre not me mon STEM schools not me mon TVET not me mon drip say what there community otimi mo drones so mo drone mo Ghana card yes ninya it's good say waka ya ban papa edwin Ghana for into Ghana for muntu aba farmer MPP Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia now providers with the leadership and here for the future.
Better say hana made jumedi and made see and the Thursday's edition of the Torchlight here dey see ochina enya me pa me no be share Ghana muntie so 5:30 e be share Friday's edition e be gidigidi. Mary Asada Ebema a 50+1 convener, your friend Kwesi Taylor, Bebajo Obefiaha, who believe in the ideologies of Orak, Alan Kojuchamatin. Sarana a William Sangbo, a member of the MPP, Women National Communication Team, and a Evans Amo, a member of the NDC, Women Communication Bureau. Midi the Mark Jerry or AGYEMAN. Okokroko Francis, and a Bomi Chidom. Sorry. Kwasi Abuaji, immediate supervisor, Dr. Faradix and a Kennedy Santos Esquire, one of the executive producer, DJ Toxic, take over. Meko, Yamema Hobai, now Sammy and Wadun Sun Coachani and San Fenshia, Yamin Shubibia.